Hey friends, quick question. If you were on the front lines of Ukraine right now, what would you need most? A missile? A tank? How about a car? Because without it, you're not fighting, you're just stuck. So I've decided I'm gonna donate my car to Ukraine. Which immediately presents a problem because right now, this letter means something very different over there. Imagine Ukrainian troops rolling up in this thing. First thing they see is the giant Z on the side. Best case, they think it's a bad joke. Worst case, I get someone shot. This thing literally has Z's on the sides, Z's on the front, Z on the back. And as you know, if you've been following Ukraine for a while, Z is the symbol of the invader. This thing wouldn't last 5 minutes on the front lines. So no, I'm not sending this, but I can send something better. You don't need sports cars in this war. You need trucks, vans, 4x4s that start every time, carry gear, and don't break down 10 miles from the front. That's where Car for Ukraine comes in. I figured we would take this fundraiser on the road. If you've been watching the channel for a while, then you probably know that I work with an organization called Car for Ukraine. And what they do is they are a nonprofit in Ukraine that raises funds from all of us, a little bit from the United States, from the UK, from Canada, from Australia, from Europe. And it takes those funds and then it buys what's essentially pickup trucks and vans for Ukrainian soldiers to use on the front lines. And that's why I partnered with this particular charity. You know, we don't do sponsored segments on my channel very often because you guys get bombarded by ads enough as it is already. But I make an exception for charities that help Ukraine. And in this one, there really is no better one than Car for Ukraine. Was that a state trooper? I was going the speed limit. I always go the speed limit and obey the laws of the state of Michigan. No, he's fine. He's staying there. I thought about giving Car for Ukraine this car, my car, which is a Nissan 370Z. And the problem is that it wouldn't last long in Ukraine. Would probably be exploded within the first 5 minutes of arriving.
And now for something completely different.
And there's not much they can do with this little two-seater anyways. But what we can do is we can raise some funds for the people at Car for Ukraine to make the decision on what car to buy that the troops need most right now in this moment. As Russia kicks off their spring offensives, these vehicles are going to be more important than ever. I've asked you twice before to help me support Ukrainian soldiers through Car for Ukraine, and you showed up. Last Christmas, you helped fund a Mercedes Sprinter van that went straight to a drone unit on the front lines. That wasn't symbolic. That vehicle is out there right now, moving troops, hauling gear, and keeping people alive. So today we're doing it again, this time for Easter. Now, Easter is about renewal, second chances, life over death. Right now in Ukraine, that's not a metaphor, that's a daily fight. A working vehicle can mean the difference between getting out or not. This time, we're raising funds for a specific unit, the UAV squad of the 112th Territorial Defense Brigade. These are the guys operating in the Kharkiv direction right now. Same brigade, by the way, that helped defend Kyiv in 2022 when Russia thought they'd roll in and take the capital in 3 days. Yeah, that didn't work out. Here's a message from that unit to you right now.
We are the UAV squad. We are currently in need of a pickup truck to deliver our personnel and equipment to the positions. We are reaching out to the Car for Ukraine and Bander mobile teams to ask for help with purchasing, preparing and delivering vehicles, as well as our partners of YouTube bloggers and community for help and supporting the fundraising effort.
Glory to Ukraine!
That's who you're helping. Not a headline, not a theory, not a map, not some nation-state level donation through Pearl. Real people. Flying drones, spotting targets, adjusting artillery, and trying to stay alive long enough to do it again tomorrow. Now, here's the part most people don't understand. All of that high-tech drone warfare you see, it runs on something way less glamorous. Pickup trucks, vans, SUVs, whatever they can get. Because drones don't launch themselves, batteries don't recharge themselves, operators don't teleport. Everything starts and ends with a vehicle. And here's what that vehicle actually does for a UAV unit. It gets drone teams into position fast. It lets them relocate before Russian counterfire hits, It hauls batteries, antennas, spare parts. It evacuates wounded if things go sideways, and in a war where both sides are hunting each other with drones, well, if you stay still, you die. Mobility is armor, so the unit that moves faster survives longer. That's where Car for Ukraine comes in. Since 2022, they have been asking Ukrainian soldiers one simple question: what do you need? And the answer keeps coming back the same: reliable vehicles. Not luxury, not armored limos. As great as the Rochelle Senator is, sometimes you just need a technical. Sometimes you just need something that starts and keeps starting. So Car for Ukraine buys them, fixes them up, and delivers them directly to the units like the ones you just saw. No middleman nonsense, no black hole of aid, straight to the front. So here's what I'm asking. If you've ever watched one of my videos and thought, I wish I could help, this is it. Even a small donation moves this forward, because this isn't about buying one giant thing, it's about getting one more vehicle across the line. And every little bit helps us get to that goal for the Ukrainian soldiers. Right now, in Kharkiv, that vehicle might be the difference between a team getting out or not getting out. And here's the good news: Ukraine is still fighting, still adapting, still outthinking an army that keeps making the same mistakes. And units like this one, well, they're part of why. They're not waiting for the perfect equipment, they're using what they have. And we can help directly. So I'll put the donation link in the description and in the pinned comment. Take a look, watch their video again if you need to, and if you can help, jump in, because somewhere in Kharkiv right now, there's a drone team that just needs a set of wheels. And that, folks, is something we can actually fix. Stay frosty out there, stay safe, and as always, glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. Crimea is Ukraine.